I had this story sent to my email. Okay, this woman says, I work as a secretary in a senior apartment complex. It is independent living. We host events for them, but essentially they are responsible for themselves. I noticed the female tenants are comfortable and are visited by their families often. They all have a glow about them and they are often surrounded by grandchildren and well taken care of. I wish I could say the same about the male tenants. We had a male tenant that ended up dying with nothing to speak of after he had been preyed on by a drug addict. He's gone, but now the addict has moved on to another lonely and exposed male. We are in the process of evicting him for this, and his family doesn't care about him being homeless. The male tenants are usually the ones with no furniture in their apartments, and they often leave their apartments trying to get prostitutes to care for them and to sleep with them in exchange for money and drugs. It's awful. They let these women in and they end up getting robbed and beaten on. We also have a rule that no one can live with them. This is to protect the tenants. But they bring these women in and end up getting evicted. Once they get evicted, they cannot rent at another senior apartment. So they end up homeless, trying to get women to take them in. These males are at least 62. I have another tenant that looks forward to the wellness checks. He has told me a story. In his youth, he had a woman that adored him, but he treated her poorly, hitting her and cheating on her. He ended up having children with her and they don't visit him at all. He is sleeping on an air mattress and has hardly any food in his house. In fact, there are 7 male tenants that have no furniture in their apartments and they've been living there for years. We have a program where the complex gets food from a church. He looks forward to getting that food because he has nothing. The only person he has is a social worker that barely checks on him. It's shocking to see how different it is. The female tenants are stress-free and loved, and most of the male tenants are sick and lonely. This is what happens to the players and the ladies' men after they get old, I guess. I wanted to share this with you because these are the men who have ran the streets and treated women poorly only to need them in the end. It's sad, really. And I thank this person and I thank everybody else who is sending me content, stories, articles to my email address. If you have any stories, you can send them to me at firefitnesscoach@gmail.com. And just to reiterate, relationships are like a garden. You have to water them. If you don't water them, you're not going to have any fruit that grows. So pour into people and pour into the people that pour into you. Support the people that support you. Like, comment, share the content.